Hey guys, before we get started, I've got a little bit of an intro I want to play. Okay, so just hold on.
And the three of us working together are going to do a live stream. We're going to be talking about everything motorcycle, travel, camping, how to YouTube, all that sort of thing. And I hope to see you all.
And that joy that comes from riding your bike in the summertime on a country road, staring down that twisty road ahead of you, following that double solid line, just waiting to lean the bike into the curve. These are things that if you don't ride, you just don't quite understand. But those of us who do can't stop but doing it.
Sorry.
Wow.
Like this is a family station.
No, there's more. Hang on, Dave. There's more.
Oh, that's a good intro.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brett. We make that motorcycle.
Oh, what's a bob?
All right. So we are back. I am.
He just booted himself.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Good show, guys. All right.
All right. I'm moving you over.
Yep.
I have got on the show today, we are going to introduce
Brett.
the man, the legend, ChopperFett. Brett,
Hey, guys.
how are you?
Good, guys. Thanks for having me on today. I appreciate the opportunity to come on here.
So
welcome.
What we're going to do here is I'm going to we'll just introduce each other. We'll start with you, Brett, and tell us a little bit about you and your channel and where you were at, where in the world you are.
All right. So channel's name's ChopperFett. My name is Brett, in case you guys need to know that. Been doing the YouTube thing since August of 2019. So coming up on about 2 years. Just been doing a little bit of everything, but started off just doing simple motovlogs because that's all my editing skills would allow me to do was film one camera and hope it worked for me. Kind of progressed over the last year and a half, added some new equipment and more helmets. As you can see behind me, I have a helmet addiction type thing. So kind of been building up. You can see a bunch of showies and Rurocs and everything behind me there. Yeah, it's it's the sickness. A brand new showy that I just picked up. Shh, not a lot of people know about that one yet. And
They do now.
they do now. They don't know what it is yet. It's hard to tell what that one actually is. But no, I'm a helmet addicted motovlogger, so I like to try out new things. I'm not sponsored by anyone, so I like to state that before I do like a review is, hey, I'm going to give it to you real. I don't care if I upset these companies or not when I spill what I'm spilling to them because it's my money. And then if I can save someone else some money, might as well do it, right? So that's what I do on the channel. I do reviews. Haven't really got too much into the installs because it takes me long enough to do an install as is. To actually do it with filming, I've pretty much kind of nixed those ideas. Voiceovers and slowly growing, hopefully get to 1,000 subscribers this year. That's the goal anyway.
Yeah, cool. So I am Superman Kev, 2001. And I have a channel. I do goofy stuff on my channel, as everyone knows. I try to have a little bit of fun with the I like to try to have a little fun with the channel, and I've been trying to learn how to do new things and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I've been at this whole YouTube thing for way too long, but I've only been serious at it for about the last year. So this is most of my subscribers have happened in the last year, but I haven't. I've been at it for about 10. And how about you, Dave?
Hi, I'm Dave, and my channel is Harley's Diners Rides. I just started it this morning. And thanks for having me on, really. I feel like a filler. No. So I've been on it for a couple of years now. I ride a Street Glide, 2007. And we also have a 38-foot toy hauler, which we pull the bikes around with. So it's a combination of motor vlogging on the bike, little
Mention
camping.
Lorelei's bike.
Yeah, I let Wayne in the garage. But and listen, I just have to say one thing to Brett. You know, welcome, and your addiction for helmets is now documented. When your wife watches it tomorrow, she'll know that you have a new helmet. Right? I made the mistake of doing a video on the modifications I did to the bike. And then afterwards, she watched it first time. I don't know why, but she watched it and she says, "When did you buy that? And when did you buy this?" So anyway, be careful what you put on YouTube.
As long as the bills are paid, there should be no problem. So should be no problem.
Right. And so hopefully after this live stream, I can still come back on tomorrow and do some more. I think she's watching the cooking show right now.
That's right. All right, Wayne, you're up.
All right. So my channel is Jarvis Biker. I ride a 2005 GL 1800 Goldwing, and I also have a 2012 Kawasaki Concord. My channel is 2 full seasons. This will be my 3rd season starting right about now. And my anniversary is coming up soon. So we do a lot of long distance rides and a little bit of maintenance and some reviews on products, seats and jacks and things like that, compressors, all that kind of stuff that you need for long haul riding and working on your bike at home. And so that's it. That's what I do.
We have got lots of people in the side chat, I see. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I see we've got lots of people here. Yeah. Mr. McStash says that's the only time your wife watches, Dave, is when that happens.
Yeah, I know. It seems that.
Oh yeah, this one here's another good one too.
Yep.
Oh, Toby.
Yeah.
Toby, as long as you buy her something, it'll distract her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I had one more thing I should mention, and that is that my wife yesterday said that we can start looking for another bike.
Woo!
Nice.
Let us
It's
know.
coming.
Let us know what the price tag is on that one.
Well, that's the problem. There's no really new used bikes out there. They're all, it's either brand new or they're too old, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah. So
let's find out what Brett's up to.
what's going on, Brett?
I don't know what's going on with me.
Well, here's what we've got. I've got a bunch of questions that I'm going to run past you guys. So I'm going to start with you because
Sure.
you know you are a guest and all. So when you're filming, how many cameras do you use while you're filming on the bike typically?
Typically 2. There may soon be a 3rd camera coming into play here shortly.
Yeah.
But most everything that you've seen up to this point has just been a forward at you and a back at me type situation set up. And then I just sync the 2 up in post and make it that way. So right now 2 for those, and then when I'm in the garage doing those, I have a Canon digital camera that I like to use because it gives some really nice depth of field, kind of has that more professional, studio kind of look, even though my studio is a bunch of garbage. But that's why I really like having the blurred out background so you can't see all that stuff that's behind me right now. So, but yeah.
No, that's great. I like myself. I usually use two cameras. A lot of times, only one, and I just keep moving it around. I've used two. I sometimes will have one static, and then the other one I move all around, and then I edit later.
I'm not that talented to ride and move cameras around. I usually am. Two hands. Actually, no, you'll usually see me. I got one hand on the bars, and I do a lot of hand gestures.
I know.
But I never ride with no hands. I never do this, but I like to talk with my hands a lot. So it's good that this screen here is actually here because you can see I'm moving my arms, but you can't really see them.
There you go. And Wayne, so how many cameras do you use?
On any given day, there'll be 5 cameras on my bike. There'll be 3 that run all the time. And then I'll have another spare GoPro in the trunk and then my drone also.
Yeah, cool.
So I have one on the back. I have one facing me and one out off the helmet straight out.
All right. How about you, Dave?
All of them.
You you use more than one, don't you?
So I'm comfortable using one.
Yeah.
The times that I've used the second one, it fell off the bike. So
yeah, I've had that happen.
So I'll have one looking forward. Again, another one looking forward at a different angle, and then although I could run 3, I've got 3 cameras, but haven't figured it all out yet. And then I've got, for the garage shots and things like that, I've got a Canon M50 that I use for my off the bike videos, right? But I'm trying to get a little bit more creative with the positioning of it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring in Brett again, and we're gonna go to the next question. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to say that this is a good question for you. And I've watched so many of your videos where you're reviewing yet another new helmet that I thought, what a perfect question to ask you is, how many helmets do you own? Because I think every time I see you, you're certainly not like Her2 Wheels, who has one red helmet.
Right.
You've got there's no end.
Let's just run them down. This is the ones that I currently own. I own 2 Bitwell lane splitters. Why? Because you need a red one and a white one, of course.
Of course.
Shoei RFSR, that was last year's Motovlog helmet. The new motorcycle helmet, so there's 4. I got the Rorock, that's 5. 2 more Shoeis back here, 6 and 7. Another Rorock, that's 8. And then I have a Neotech 1 inside of my car.
What about that one hanging up? There's one hanging up.
Oh, yeah, that was my first helmet. It hasn't been used in a long time, but for nostalgia's sake, I keep it just kind of up there. So if that one falls, I really don't care. But I have about 9, and I probably use 7 of them on a regular basis. Just kind of depends on the mood, because I got some helmets that are suitable for motovlogging. Others are suitable more for communication. Like with my Senna, I have a special helmet just for that. If I want just a nice quiet ride, I'll throw a GT Air on. So even though I have a ton of different helmets, they all have a use and a purpose. Do I need that many? No, I could live with just one helmet, but I like style. What can I say?
Absolutely. I know myself. I've been at the bike show, and the last thing I need is another helmet, but they'll have like a really good deal, and it's like, but it's a really good deal.
Right. Well, and that's the thing with my helmet collection. I am not afraid to buy a secondhand helmet, especially if I can tell the history of that helmet from looking at it. So most of the helmets that I have purchased have been sub retail. The only helmets that I bought brand new have been the 2 Rorocks because I can't find any of them used at this point. But all the Shoeis and Bitwells and everything, secondhand, not a scratch on them, never been dropped. I look for those grandma and grandpa people who are getting out of riding who maybe have like 1 or 2 rides with it. And you can find yourself some really good deals and save yourself a lot of good money if you're okay with it. You know, you look at the manufacturing label and we see when it was made, all that jazz. So I have no problem doing it because you can tell if a helmet's been dropped or not. So
Yeah, absolutely. How about you, Dave? How many helmets you got?
Well, I've got some that I probably should throw out instead of keeping in the garage.
Yeah.
I've got all of my helmets are shorties. If I'm not videotaping, I've got a beanie that I wear, to go out and ride and enjoy the weather. If I'm vlogging, I've got another shorty that has the visor that flips down, right? Because I find that when I'm riding now, getting older, my eyes get a little dried out and start watering. So I like to have the visor flip down, right? So if I wear the beanie, I got a couple of really awesome goggles that I'll put on, for that. But thinking about maybe getting a full face, but I just haven't looked into them far enough. So how many do I have? So like I say, I got two that I use on a regular basis, the beanie and my half helmet. And then I've got 2 others that I keep around just in case somebody comes up, a relative comes up and wants to go for a bike ride. So I got some spares. So.
And Wayne, how about you?
Okay, so I've got 3 full face. One's a modular, the other 2 aren't. They're all HJC. They're the IS Max modular and the IS 17. They all have the sunscreen. You can flip it down half.
Oh,
across your eyes there. I love it. I usually ride with the visor open, just with that half sunscreen down. I also have a Senna half helmet, the Cavalry Bluetooth helmet, which I use quite a bit now. I kind of got like a heat stroke kind of thing last summer, and I needed to not be baking my brain, so I got a half helmet to do the northern ride with the guys, and it's probably my favorite helmet now.
Is that right?
I also have a beanie, like a half helmet, just a cheap one that I got originally, but then I bought the Bluetooth, so it's there as a spare if somebody needs it. And the Princess, she's got 2. She's got the modular, and she's got one IS 17.
Oh, nice.
That's mint. So they both have the modular one has the Cardo system on it, and the other ones have the Senna hookup on them, so I can run either or. If I go for a ride with somebody that's running Senna, I'll just wear one of the other helmets or the half helmet. And if somebody's running Cardo, I'll just wear the modular. So
yeah, I've ended up like I've got a modular one that I quite like. And when I go on a long trip, I like to take that one because it's easier to, when you stop to get gas, you don't always have to take your helmet off. You can just flip the whole thing up. I do like wearing a full face when I'm like, if it's colder or if I'm going a really long way.
yeah.
But for the most part, I wear a half helmet. I have to admit. And I've probably got, I don't know, 6 helmets maybe. That's I'm not like Brett.
Give it time. You will be.
I will be. I got another question. I'm going to ask you, Brett. Let's see. We'll get you on the spot here, and we're going to ask you, what type of videos do you like to watch the most? You're on YouTube. I mean, I know that you all watch motorcycle ones, but sometimes, you know, when I get to my answer is not going to be a motorcycle video, and I might surprise you.
Sure. So, I mean, for me, the type of video that I watch is usually going to be a motorcycle related. Most of the time, I tend to drift towards things that are not like my channel. So I'll look for things that maybe are not necessarily just a straight motovlog, that are, you know, kind of like you guys do, where it's not just you on the road. It's like stuff happening around, like you're going to get ice cream or you're having a meetup, things of that nature. Because I don't really ever experience that kind of thing around where I live, just because I'm more of a shut-in type. So I like to watch other people enjoy themselves in that facet. Seltzer Pendants and Salty and Sprinkles are a couple of their up-and-coming channels that really like to do the group stuff, and that's kind of what I like, because you get to hear that banter amongst the friends, and that I find entertaining. So if I was actually to watch my channel, I'd be like, oh, this guy is okay, but I would actually like prefer to watch, you know, something along those lines. Outside of motorcycles, though, YouTube seems to know what I'm looking for. So it'll post Star Wars theory episodes. It'll post video game reviews. I mean, it'll post it's like I didn't even think about that, but yeah, I need to watch it. So, but no, I would say majority of it's the motorcycle related, and then sometimes, just sometimes, YouTube will throw a curveball, and I'll end up watching 10 hours of music videos about something.
Yeah, I've done this. All right, Wayne, you're up. What type of videos do you like to watch the most?
Mostly motorcycle.
Yeah.
I also watch the ones like Can It Be Saved, where they go out and they find an old bulldozer sitting out in the trees, and you know it's overgrown, and they dig it all out and put some diesel fuel in it and a battery on it and fire it up and get it going, and that kind of thing. It's interesting to me. Being a farm kid, I get into that a little bit, but I like watching a lot of the videos where they're showing different roads.
Oh, okay.
And there's a few of them out there, and they're pretty much the same as me, where it's a long ride, and they follow the whole road and describe the whole thing all the way, and it's very interesting, and the little towns that they go through while they're doing it, and it's that's the kind of ones that I really like. And then if I've got something going on where I'm repairing something, I'll go watch the ones that are pertinent to what I'm doing, just to see how somebody else did it and find any tricks out before I dig in myself.
Yeah, I think we all tend to do that a little bit.
Yeah.
How about you, Dave?
Oh, varied. I kind of get hooked on these abandoned places, that, you know, abandoned towns, abandoned mansions.
I like that too.
You know, it's cool. You know, abandoned military bases. It's I don't know. I just find them very interesting. I do watch a lot of YouTube for, you know, the biking community, the RV community. I do that a lot. Catch up on my scores for hockey. Anybody out there? You know, I'm a big Toronto Maple Leaf fan. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's not.
Oh, dear.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. I get hooked on these abandoned mansions, right? You know, people. You know, it reminds me. I went for a ride in Nova Scotia, and I got on some back roads, and I came to a stop sign, and across the road was this abandoned house, and it just looked like they had taken their full contents from the house and just threw it all over the front lawn. You know, so, you know, and then you're wondering, well, what really happened?
Yeah,
but yeah, no, that's kind of it. You know, anything that's interesting, and you know, you never know. YouTube throws up things that onto suggested watch lists, and you know, I'll get hooked into looking at some of those things too, right? So.
Yeah. Oh, I get you. I find that I get stuck on the same. I watch a lot of motorcycle videos. I love to watch travel videos more than anything else. I think that's why I like something like that Shishimoto that we had on last week. He's in the
side chat.
Oh, he's in the side chat.
Yeah,
his
Craig's there.
videos, he's always traveling somewhere, and I find that interesting when you're going somewhere and you're learning about a different place. I find JP 1970, he does a lot of that too, where he's going somewhere. And I find that really interesting. I tend to like the ones that are like that, but my favorite channel to watch is Goon Squad. I don't know if you guys watch them at all. They fix cars and stuff, but they've also done some motorcycles. But I just find it fascinating because their channel is so good. They got like 2 million followers. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's really, really cool. That's one of the ones that I like to watch. So the next question I got for you, Brett, I'm going to put you there, and I'm going to say, how often do you collaborate with other YouTubers?
And go ahead. Sorry.
And there's a second part to this question, but it's only for you. So I'll let you answer that part first.
Not as often as I should. Again, this goes back to me being just kind of socially awkward. I mean, a lot of people don't realize how socially awkward I am because what I put on here is not really what I usually am like most of the time. 95% of the day, I am this very quiet, very shy person. But when I start getting comfortable and start drinking my liquid courage, things change a little bit. But as far as collaborations go, I did a show last year with Fletch Dyna, now Fletch EG, the dynamic duo, which it's not dead. It's just our schedules haven't been lining up to really do one lately. So
I wondered about that. I was going to ask you.
Yeah, but Fletch is doing good in case anyone's wondering, because I know he's been kind of quiet on the YouTube front, but he is doing good. I do keep in touch with him. He is the first one I really kind of collaborated with on a project. Other people have brought me in on some collaborations. The military biker, he's the one who kind of gave me my first push with one of his live streams. And now Black Phoenix Entertainment, who's over in the side chat tonight, we're kind of doing this kind of push for 1,000 thing.
See, and this is that was my
He said it.
Thing.
He said it. That's like saying shutout in a hockey game.
There you go.
Now,
so the challenge to 1,000. Are you willing to battle? Because I'm closest. I'm at 800 and I don't know.
814. I checked you today, Kevin.
Okay. So and you're farther, but we're close enough that the battle could be on.
No,
I would be willing to battle.
All right, we'll battle.
Okay, so what's at stake here? There's got to be a prize.
I can be bribed. So whichever one of you comes up with the most money, I'll unsubscribe the other.
Ooh, right as we're at $9.99. Nice.
999, 98, 97, 96.
Yeah. But that's actually one thing I want to talk about too at the same time is I'm not sure how often you guys watch my channel and watch those motovlogs and stuff, but you won't really see me say subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. You won't hear me say that because I want the viewer to naturally subscribe. I don't always want to flash that up on the screen. I will say to go ahead and put a comment or something down below with, the topic at hand. But I really try not to kind of like force my subscriptions on to anybody. It's just a personal thing that I do. There's a local motovlogger close to me who does the same thing. He never asks for you to like him. He wants you to like him for who he is, not because I flash a big subscribe here or, something at the beginning of the video. Again, personal preference. So just to let you know, it will be me just continuing to do what I'm doing, and hopefully I naturally would beat you to 1,000, Kev. is the long story of it. I'd be willing to throw a ChopperFett t-shirt on the line versus I
got my Superman Kev shirt.
Yeah, t-shirt for t-shirt. Whoever gets there first, I'm good with that.
I'll send you. I'll send you, and you send me. If depending on who wins, they have to give up a t-shirt.
Truth be told, I'll probably just send you guys one anyway. But actually, that's it. If you guys can all beat me get me ahead of Kev and make sure I get to 1,000, I'll send everyone in this live stream a T-shirt. So,
Brett, he's down to 813 now. Come on,
he'll be down to 812 in a second. Oh, wait. I can make it 811. So it's
there we go.
And then I have my dummy account, so he's going to be at 810.
I was going to say, you got those 3 accounts that you never told anybody about.
No, guys. I'm good for a battle with you, man.
All right. And what was my first question that I asked you? I forget.
Do I collaborate?
Do you collaborate? That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, these 2 guys here, we're going to do some sort of a collaboration. I am planning. I like to collaborate. I've done a little bit here and there. I did the collaboration with Mr. McStash, which was an awful lot of fun with the duck. And and I was thinking about there may be one more duck movie coming out now that I'm stuck at home. So we'll see. So how about you, Dave? Do you have any plans for collaborating except with us?
I'm still, I'm enjoying the 3 of us collaborating on the Monday nights.
I like that too.
It's a lot of fun, and I'm doing a little bit of collaboration with members out of our hog chapter here in York Region, doing some videos for the membership. So kind of collaborating with some of the members in that. But I'm still struggling just to as Brett says, being regular and posting once a week. So,
yeah, I know that's a big challenge, and especially now lockdown, it is harder. But
you guys should know how many episodes I have in my bank. I think last I checked, like 24 episodes just sitting on my desktop.
Really?
Just sitting there. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So when you go out, do you do more than one at one time?
I batch record 3 to 4 every time I go out. Unless I'm writing just to write for myself. It's I spend the first hour motovlogging, and then after that, once the batteries die, that's when I just ride for the rest of the day for myself. So it's a nice little balance, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it. So how about you, Wayne? Collaborating. I know we've done some collaborating.
Yeah.
And I hope we get to do more, I have to say.
Well, it's for sure. It's weather right now because it's a couple hours to go to Kev's. It's a couple hours to go to Dave's. And I can do it because I've got the heated gear where you guys don't. So you can't go that far yet. So, I mean, you could, but you'd probably be sick for a week afterwards just from doing it. So
I've got a pair of heated long johns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, we're good to go.
All
I guess we're going to Kev's house then.
Yeah. I ride all year round without a heated gear.
So before this pandemic crap started, that last summer was planned that number one, and he's in the side chat, Have Moto Will Travel. I was going to go see our friends in New Hampshire, and then I had planned that I was going to stop by and visit him as well. Probably give him one of those mystery knock on the doors like I do everybody else. And also, I had been talking to Craig Hainsworth, another Goldwing guy, about meeting up with him. Now he's just across the border in Buffalo, so he's only an hour and a half away from me right now. So, and he's actually been like up in my area here. He's been to Port Dover actually for the Friday the 13th and all that. So, those are still loaded, ready to rock whenever they open the border up and let me across. So I'm hoping it soon. And the first big trip is going to be to New Hampshire. So
cool.
Have Moto, get ready, man. I'm on the list to come.
All right, cool. So I've got my, I'm just looking at my questions. Some of them have already been kind of answered, and that often happens when you put questions together. I had that one, but you kind of already answered that. I'm going to go with this one. What is your best Motovlog setup that you've been using?
Ooh. So the best Motovlog setup was actually last season with the Shoei RFSR. Let's see if I can get there. So this has been my best Motovlog setup. It had Senna, so I could do dual vlogging, and then it was a very good helmet overall.
So why did you stop using it?
Change. I didn't want to look the same as I did last year, so I went with something different. But what I liked about this setup was it was quiet, and once I got my audio really dialed in, it was a set in and forget it. I didn't have to do any sort of post on it. It allowed me to run a Sony ECM mic, as well as a Panda for the dual vlog aspect of it. So I really like using a Tascam. I use an external audio recorder because I've never had good luck with GoPro audio. So I like to dial stuff in. The perfectionist in me just, won't stop. Like even with the Shoei, it took me probably 7 motovlogs before I actually got the audio even right for it. It wasn't just oh, yep, you got it right. It was like, well, if I just tweak this, if I put another dead cat on it, if I wrap it in this. And so that's what it continually is. It's continually changing. And that's why with the Rorock, I'm actually finding it to be quite a fun challenge because it's such a noisy helmet. And the fact that I've gotten it to be now, after today, as quiet as the Shoei, I feel is kind of like a feat, I guess you could say.
What do you use for software, Brett?
For software, I am using Filmora 10 as my editing software. It's kind of does everything I need it to. It's not as complicated as Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro is. It's cheaper than all those programs as well. And for me, when I first started, I wanted something simple. Yeah. Then when you start getting into it, like I started using the motion tracking the other day in my video. I put on Anakin Skywalker, I put a picture of the Dyna, and then on Obi-Wan Kenobi, I put a picture of a V-Rod, and they're battling and stuff like that. So
can you doctor the audio in that?
You can. You can. So that's what I've actually had to do a little bit with the Rorock helmet is actually kind of take out a little bit of the bass. But yeah, they have its own little equalizer built in and presets. Really, for the price of, I think it's like $60 for a lifetime license. Yeah. Really good product. So
right. Do you use any add-ons to that?
The only add-ons, I do subscribe to the premium service, not their high-end service, but the premium, which is like $15 a quarter. And every week or so, they put out some new transitions. So the entire intro that you see that looks like really, all that stuff moved around.
Yeah, I like that.
That's literally just 5 titles that they had from this one, package. I shortened them because they were like 10-second long for each one. So I shortened them to be down to 5 seconds. So everything's moving at a quicker pace. And that's all I did was click and drag, and I put my videos inside of it.
How did you come up with that graphic with the cartoon? How do you do that?
So the original of that did not come out well. I usually will utilize Fiverr, Fiverr. It's a bunch of artists who are willing to do work for you for a much cheaper price than actually paying a full-on professional. A lot of them are overseas, so at the same time I feel kind of good that me paying $20, that $20 could be huge over there type of thing. And so the guy gave back a Photoshop file of it actually had like the actual Mandalorian on it, and it had a generic motorcycle on there. So what I did was I got rid of the generic motorcycle. I paid someone else to do a vector art of my bike. So I put that in there, and then I put the Rorock helmet over top of the Mandalorian, and just kind of combined it all together to create that logo. So
that's really cool. I like
Do you do this kind of work? Like, are you in like what do you any graphics or anything at all?
I used to be way back in the day, so I have some basic level Photoshop knowledge, but the program that I use, because guys, I'm a cheapskate, and despite of everything that I buy, I'm a cheapskate, and so there's a program called GIMP, GIMP, which is a graphics interface program. It's basically a watered down version of Adobe Photoshop, but it's freeware. It's free to everybody to use, and it does everything I need it to. So all my thumbnails and everything that I'm making goes through that program, and it's really easy once you get your template
awesome
set up.
Thumbnails, by the way.
Thank you. Appreciate
Those are really you have got some really nice thumbnails, and I like the other question I wanted to ask you was about you often use those, and that's what she said, or use the force. Where did you get all that?
I get them off YouTube. But what's funny is as I'm editing a video, it takes me probably 5 or 6 passes of going through and watching that video. So the first time I'm cutting, just getting everything synced up. So I've listened to it once. Then I'm clipping out all the uhs and the does. So I've listened to it twice. So then I'm going through like my 3rd and 4th passes, and I'm like, hey, that's kind of like a what she said there moment. So I'll split my audio and I will throw in that's what she said, and then other kind of clips just kind of come.
How do you get the file?
Okay.
Like how do you do that?
There is a program called Vidly, which I think it's spelled Viddly, and once you have it installed to your computer, you just simply hit Control-C on the link on YouTube, for example, where you're grabbing the file from. Yeah. It pops up its own box. It downloads it in up to 1080p for free. And then I just add that to Filmora and cut it and put it in there.
Wow. I like that. And I don't have the where-how to do it.
It's pretty simple. If you guys ever have any questions about how I do anything, that's what Instagram's for. I love to help people out. So it's one of those things where I've always been kind of that way, even though I'm shy, but when I'm typing on a computer, I can have a pretty good conversation with you that way. So
I'm wondering if we shouldn't just go to some of my speed round questions first. I've got a speed round, and I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4 speed round questions.
Okay.
So let's do the 4 speed round questions. So speed round questions. Here we go. And you're going to be up. Okay. And good thing you're exercising, because what is the best pub grub?
Ooh, best pub grub would be waffle fries with cheese and bacon and everything else on them.
Awesome. Okay. And Wayne, best pub grub.
Oh, which pub?
I don't care.
There's a place at Turkey Point right on Lake Erie, and they got awesome burgers and flat bruschetta bread just to die for.
Yeah. All right, Dave, and this should be easy for you with the Harley's Diners and Rides. You've been to a lot of pubs, and I've seen the videos.
You know what, guys? I'm a breakfast guy. So if I'm jumping on the bikes, right, I'm heading for anything that's got bacon.
Bacon.
Right. Anything that's got bacon, I'm in there. So I guess.
So is that beer flavored bacon?
Oh yeah. I could do a forest jump on the different types of bacon I like.
Have you ever gone to Bacon Fest?
No, we were gonna go, but that was COVID hit, right? So we were in the trailer, we were going, and so.
Well, the best it's too bad I don't have it queued up, because I have a picture of a bacon sandwich I got at Bacon Fest, which was really it was a bun with a bacon patty with back bacon on it, with strips of bacon, with deep fried bacon on top of it. And then you ate it. It was about this big.
Listen, when I used to go on staff conferences, we'd go to the hotels, and they'd have to fill up the bacon tray again after I'd gone through, right? Because my bacon sandwiches had that much bacon on it, right? So,
Oh, nice. Yeah. So coronary in a
oh, we're doing okay.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna get Brett in here again, and we're gonna go the next speed question. Quick answer is favorite videos to watch. I think I already asked you that.
Yeah. Motorcycles.
Okay, you're done. All right. Motorcycles.
I'll go with motorcycles.
All right. Motorcycles.
Yeah. Particularly the Goldwing ones. I really like to see others that ride the same as I do. So
Yeah.
Motor Will Travel, Memphis Mike, those guys, Carnell Luckett. I watch all theirs all the time. I'll go back and binge their videos.
Yeah. I find that I go in, like, as Brett said earlier on, I watch a lot of like I told you before, I trip videos, but I'll get on a binge of watching funny videos, and I'll watch hordes of them, or I'll watch those Russian car accident videos. I can spend hours watching those. I don't know why. And I kind of always watch them imagining, could I avoid that accident? Sometimes yes, most times no.
Brett, so far you have the quickest answers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought this was a speed round.
It is.
You answered that question.
You answered that one?
I did, yes.
And you answered that one? You did.
He's thinking.
What was that? I was reading a side chat. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Did you answer this one? Favorite videos to watch? You did, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, then you'll get.
I thought I had a little bit more time before you came back to me. I was trying to keep up with the side chat.
Favorite YouTuber?
Ooh.
I know that's bad.
Favorite YouTuber.
YouTuber, that's right. That's what it is. Favorite YouTuber.
That's got to be Superman Kev, Jarvis Bikers, and Harley
Absolutely.
Dino Riders.
Good answer. Good answer. That's the guy. I think so. That is a good answer. All right. And Wayne, favorite YouTuber.
Favorite YouTuber.
Tubber.
Okay.
That means they got to be porky like me.
Present company accepted.
All right.
Probably Memphis Mike.
There you go.
I like his style. I like his voice.
Yeah.
I like he's got a good spot down there and lots of nice roads to ride.
Yeah.
Have Moto Will Travel is another one that rate one after the other. I really like their videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dave, your favorite YouTuber?
Well, I've come across this guy. He's kind of a shy guy. Rides a Harley. He's got a really nice wife who lets him ride the bike.
Oh, you're not talking about Harley Diners Rides?
I'm trying to think. That's the guy. Harley Diners Rides. Yeah. I like watching
that's
him.
a good guy. I've watched his channels too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, really, you know something? I'll just put a shout out for everybody that I subscribe to, because I try and watch all of their videos. So I really can't really pick one over the other. We've got great people in the side chat. So
yeah. Well, you know what? I think that if I was to answer that my favorite ones, like I really like Itchy Boots. I get drawn in there when I'm watching those videos. But I think I to go on what Dave had said, there are videos of a lot of the YouTubers that I follow that I think are just amazing. Like there's just really good ones. Consistently though, like I like the $1 Million Bogan. I find he's entertaining in a different way. Some of those big boys, I like that. Adam Sandoval. Yeah. What can we say? All right. Next question. All right. This is a fun one. Money is no object. What would you add to your bike?
Are we talking V-Rod or Dyna?
Whatever
say
you want.
V-Rod.
Your answer.
Supercharger, Pro Charger to the V-Rod.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. All right, Wayne, you're up. Money, no object. What would you add to your bike?
Another camera.
No, I got enough cameras. I'm sick of working on cameras. Geez, I don't know. Nothing. No.
You know, nothing?
I don't need nothing. I like them just the way they came. Keep them that way. Keep them running good.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to get on a ride. I don't want to be stranded on the side of the road or anything. So it's all about just maintenance. I don't. Okay, I'll say one thing. Probably a different windshield, a little bit wider windshield. I don't need it any higher, but I need it wider.
Yeah.
Other than that, and probably tinted. Probably like the one that Carnell Luckett runs on his Goldwing. He's got a tinted, just slightly tinted windshield. It looks pretty good. That would probably set it off aesthetically better than the one that's on it right now.
Cool. And Dave?
Just a second. I want to make sure Lori's not watching.
I was going to say. Because
all right. Can you hear me? This is bad because I just put out a video reviewing all of the mods that I've done to my bike. And at the end of it, I said, that's it. No more.
I know, and I laughed.
And then I said, what about the engine? Damn.
Put it this way. If I could, I'd probably do a little bit of mural on the bike. And obviously, it's a 96. So, love to put a set of jugs on it and boost the horsepower on it. But you know what? I love the bike the way it is right now. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think for me, it would be a stage 2 or 3 kit. If I could, even stage 2 would be cool, but I don't think I'd want to go stage 4. That's a little crazy.
No, I think you lose a little bit of the dependability, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to, if I could put cams in it though, that would be really really cool.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of extra power. You never know when you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Just on a side note, Dave's Street Glide and my Concord are the identical same color.
Oh, the black cherry? Oh, yeah. That's what it's called.
Well, mine, they call it Arabian red, but it'd be interesting to see them side by side.
Are they talking about in the side chat?
Oh, a little bit of everything. Somebody's going turbo.
Yeah. He'd go turbo.
They just go on and have their own little conversation. They're not even listening to us, really.
I know. They're a good bunch, though.
I will say, I think we've got the most people watching that we ever have.
Yeah.
We're up to 19 online right now.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's just right now. We've had people dropping in, dropping out, right?
Yeah, so it's been good. This has been a really good one.
Thanks, Brett.
Yeah,
no problem.
You brought the number.
Same time next week.
What's next, Kev?
Hold on. Let me see. I got my banners here. That's the speed round questions. And hold on. Okay. Well, I've got this. If somebody's got their pants on and they want to come in.
I know he does this.
There was a little incident with Dave not having pants one week.
I didn't know I was supposed to be wearing pants. I just have a t-shirt on.
It's in the fine print.
Oh, I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
Kev didn't deliver it.
Side chat people, get on there, get in here and help us out.
I'm going to put a link in it. If somebody would like to come in, and chat with us, there is the link.
Yeah.
So if you wanna come in and say hello,
Yeah. Hey, can I ask Brett a question while we're waiting?
Yeah, go ahead.
absolutely go ahead.
Hey, Brett, I was watching one of your videos there, and you're riding, and you say, I sitting at work, I jot down my ideas, I jump on the bike, and then I make 4 videos, riding home, something like that.
Mhm.
How do you keep everything straight in your mind as you're riding? Or do you stop, pull over, reset, then go, or do you just keep talking?
Depends on the day. So like today I did 3 episodes, no, 4 episodes this morning.
Wow.
I had to pull over once because one of them was like a list, and I try not to have my phone out because it would give away my list as we're riding. So most of the time I'm trying to just jog it from memory, because at the same time, when you're jogging it from your memory, it's also not going to be very scripted either. So I like to kind of talk tongue in cheek and just what's going through my mind. I like to reserve those, kind of thought out ones for off the bike blogs and stuff like that. But most of the time I can just go straight through. I think I started the last video just like, well, I have a subject in mind, but I got to pull over. So I use something like that as like a kind of like a little comedy to weigh in, because I knew the last subject was only going to be like really about a 3-minute long video. So that actually added a little bit of something to it anyway. So, but yeah, and then it's just really once I start talking, it's hard to surprisingly shut me up. So I'll just sit back now because I'm self-conscious.
You're fading.
Yeah.
Well,
Check the side chat. Moto's got. He says he can't remember what he did this morning.
Who said that?
Moto.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, as far as a channel to watch, if you haven't seen Moto Travels, he was on with us last week. He's out in British Columbia, and he has got some of the most epic scenery I've seen in videos in a really long time, and his channel is awesome. Everybody should check that channel out. He is really, really good. He right now he's the one that I don't want to miss his videos, because he's always got some cool stuff coming out. Oh, Toby was gonna Toby was gonna come in, but laundry day, no pants. So I know. He said he was going to. Oh well. So you know what? If you guys have got any questions for Brett, if anybody in the side chat has got questions for Brett, now is the time.
Okay, Brett, got a question for you.
All right then.
Your TV inserts. A lot of your videos, you have little captions from TV. Where do you grab all of those from? Do you just go YouTube and search them out?
Yep, that's that vidly. I find the video that I know, because whenever I see it in my head, I know that video clip's going to be out there. So, like from the Up movie, I knew the dogs say squirrel, and I knew something that popular would be out there. So I go and I hunt it down on YouTube, and I use that Vidly program to download the clip, and then I insert that clip just into my videos.
Is it hard to find them sometimes, or no?
Oh, sometimes it can be very hard. I'm still searching for one clip. It's a Seinfeld episode that I've been looking for, and I can't find the exact part of it that I'm looking for. I have the full episode on Hulu or whatever, but to actually get that clip that I need, I haven't been able to find it yet.
I bet you I can guess what clip it is.
What clip is that?
I'll bet you it has to do with the master of their domain.
Oh, I got a special guest who wants to say hi.
Oh, all right then.
Toby Northern's got a question there.
Can you say hi? Hi. Say it really loud.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, buddy.
So here's Toby Northern asking you a question, Brett.
Good.
He's asking,
Going to bed?
is there no concern for copyright strike or TV or movie clips?
Good question, actually. So I've made sure I've brushed up on all that, and everything that I'm using it for is for free use, and it can be basically reused. YouTube's copyright strikes, everything that they're looking for is mainly going to be music related. However, they do have some things, like if I have like a movie that's too long, it will throw a strike up there. And what I found is if you keep it under 10 seconds per thing, it doesn't get flagged for anything. Ever since I kind of realized 10 seconds is the magical number, I haven't had a single claim against me. And the ones that do have claims against me, that just says, I forgot what movie it was. No, they didn't say not to do it. They just basically said, if we are to monetize this video either now or in the future or any ad revenue, you're not going to get it for the entire video. It's going to go to MGM Studios or something along those lines. So, if it starts happening to where it would affect my monetization, I guess you could say, maybe you'd see a little bit change in my philosophy as far as how I do things. But there's a lot of YouTubers out there, like Blockhead, for example, does the exact same thing. If you watch enough of his videos, you'll see he's throwing in like little velociraptors from Jurassic Park. He's throwing in Seinfeld clips. He's doing all the same things that I'm kind of doing as well.
And here's another question. What laptop or PC does everyone use? What do you use, Brett?
So I actually use a gaming laptop from Asus. It's a MSI. It's got a Core i7 in it, 16 gigabyte RAM. So it's a workhorse. It does enough to allow me to edit in 4K. So it does its job. I've had it for about 3 years, the entire time that I've been motovlogging, and it's not let me down yet.
I've got the Dead Knot on here.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Hey, Rob.
We're doing good.
I've got I use an M1 chip Mac Mini.
We're looking to get one of those.
It's only got 8 gig of RAM in it right now. I'm going to put more in it, but I'm running Final Cut Pro and it works fine.
See, I did some reading on that, and they're saying there's not a big difference between 8 and 16. So,
yeah.
I mean, for sure, I wouldn't spend the money from Apple a bit. I'd do it on the own side. But the
biggest upgrade I need to do is to actually put a very large hard drive in it. I'm using USB backup hard drives. Like I got a 4 terabyte and a 5 terabyte drive here to hold all the files. It's the render files with Final Cut Pro that make it crazy. Everything's huge files. So it filled up the hard drive on the M1 in just a matter of a few days. It was full.
Wow.
So I went out and bought some. I haven't had any trouble with space since I did get the other one. So, and once I get done, I delete all the render files. I go back in and because they're not needed unless you open that video up again, and it'll just re-render it if you need it. So,
oh, cool. And so, does the rendering just allow the editing to be a little bit smoother?
What was that again, Brett?
Does the rendering that you're doing just allow the editing to be a little bit smoother?
Yes. Yeah, it makes it extremely fast, and for the final render to make it for YouTube, like your final cut. Gotcha. That's what it's for, and it's extremely fast on like even like say a 30-minute video. It's like only a matter of moments and it's rendered. Nice. But it's dealing with the files with that program. It's a little bit heavier, but there's so many add-ins. There's just unlimited what you can do with it. So,
right.
And I also have a laptop. I use a PC laptop with a 7i processor, quad core in it, and I've used that before I got the Mac Mini. And if I just want to sit and put up my feet and not be here at the desk, I'll use it to do it. But when I want to get fancy and add all the effects and everything, I use the Mac.
Well, before we get out of here, let's just say hello to Rob, and what's happening?
Oh, not much. 1 month into retirement, and life is good.
Oh, yay! Retirement.
Yeah. I've been trying to get my act together with putting videos out and getting ready to start keeping a schedule, things like that, and just in general, having fun. Watching a lot of YouTube videos, which is always good, and but I recently picked up a Tascam, and actually, my last video talked about it a lot because the first couple times I tried it was a complete chaos. So actually, I found an old ChopperFett video where he actually gave out his settings, and so I've actually set it to that, and then did a video with those settings.
And now for you?
It worked great. The only hiccup I might have is where my mic placement is might produce too much wind noise. But Moto Sarge talked about you use 40 hertz as your cutoff. He uses 80 to reduce wind noise. So I played with that and went and recorded a video today. I just haven't checked out how it turned out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's great about that thing is it can be very complicated to start, but once you get the setting completely dialed in, it's set in and forget it, and you're good to go, and you got great audio every single time.
Yeah, well, even just using your settings was better than anything I had done before. So, but I did have a fair bit of wind noise, but my helmet doesn't have the chin skirt or anything like that, and there is a vent that I can't close right in front of the mic.
That's what's killing it.
Yeah.
If I open that vent on my Goldwing windshield, it's just constant wind noise. If I shut it, sometimes I forget and I leave it open, and then I get home and But
yeah,
I try to
get my daughter to order me up some bigger dead cats, and I might try that because right now I'm just using a little foamy. I might get a dead cat and do a couple little plays like that.
I got a whole bag of dead cats.
I got dead cats. I got these things everywhere.
Another thing to try other than a dead cat, and I found it very useful. The Goldwing people, for the rear rider, there was a lot of wind buffeting around the passenger's helmet. And they came up with, and it's like a leather boot, and it just has a punch hole, like you'd take a paper punch and punch one hole in it. And that's where you talk into that. So you just slide that on over the mic head, and you'd be surprised. I've got one for the Princess for the back, and it works awesome. If I've got it on, it's on her old helmet. I haven't moved it over to the new one yet, but it really knocks down the wind noise.
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of leather because I do leather work for fun. So I've got all the tools to do that.
You keep going. I think I got one here. I can show you.
It's all
keep
good.
Talking. I'll be back.
Yes.
Oh.
That was about proving he's wearing pants. That's right.
I thought we were going to get a view of the plumber crack there for a second.
No. McStash says he uses duct tape. You know what? It's funny, but I tried my hand at motovlogging. I did a couple of videos where I tried to do it, and it's way harder than I ever imagined. Trying to talk on that's the cool thing with the punch in it. Trying to talk and think of something to say, while you're doing this. It's really hard, It's way hard.
It is. And one thing that really doesn't get ever mentioned very often with motor vloggers is it's actually kind of a dangerous gig if you think about it, because like you're just saying, it's a distraction to be coming up with things and talking instead of just writing and keeping your eyes on everything. So I would definitely not recommend a brand new writer to motovlog by any stretch of the means. If they're going to, go ahead, do it. But definitely at least get a year under yourself before you start adding your own man-made distractions to it.
Absolutely. I mean, I know myself, the amount that I have been riding, my ability to move stuff around, you wouldn't have if you were a brand new rider. you wouldn't want to have somebody who's new trying to relocate a camera, while they're riding along. I wouldn't recommend.
Well, that's kind of my beef about all the Bluetooth problems that you can have with these Bluetooth and the connection problems that they have, and it's too much, and some of it, like I've said on some of my videos, like somebody's got to do something. They got to have some kind of regulation that these things really have to work, because otherwise they are a distraction, and it just gets you all aggravated, and things don't work the way they're supposed to, and you're worried about getting that working while you're trying to ride, and it's
you see this thing, it's just a Sena 20S. You think Sena name brand, everything should work great, but when you're trying to fiddle with this thing, even when you're trying to get your comms, when you're trying to hit the button, or what does this button do? Is it this button? It's like, unless you are very familiar with your unit.
And those are the easiest, I think, to use, and that's why they're so popular.
They are the easiest, and yet they are still a burden at the same time.
And they're a pain in the butt, and then there's the popcorn noise going along with it too. So
exactly.
The only thing I can say is the best Bluetooth unit that I own is that Sena Cavalry helmet. For some reason, the integrated stuff is absolutely no problem, but these add-on ones so it's the Cavalry helmet, and then it's all the Cardos I've got. Every one of them worked flawless for me, and that's what we're using right now. Nice. I've even got one attached to the bike so that the conversation all goes on to the camera from the Cardos as well. So, and the sound's better, and so they're a distraction. They can be a pain in the butt.
Absolutely. Well, you know what, guys? This has been a really good live stream. And I want to thank everybody who has been on the side chat. And especially like to thank Brett for agreeing to come on. And Deadnot, you being joining in, having pants on. I appreciate you having your pants on, and you too, Dave. Thank you for wearing pants. And
how do you know that, Kevin?
Because we told you had to wear pants. We told you had to wear pants.
He did.
I'm retired. I can wear whatever I want.
Well,
Rob knows that. Rob knows that.
Next week we are going to be. I think we're going to be back at Dave's house.
No. Wayne.
Wayne's house.
I was last week.
Oh, you were last week. So we're back at Wayne's house next week. So thank you everybody for coming along, and we will see you all next week.
Yeah. Night, everyone. Right.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Brett. Green room, Brett. Don't take